What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we are back with a new Ark video for you guys today. And look at it. Look how beautiful this is. This is the brand new Homestead update for Ark, which introduces all the S Plus structures that were previously out and were previously a mod, and they've introduced them to the base game across all three platforms: Xbox One, PS4, and PC. And these look absolutely incredible. There is so much stuff going on. It's all getting released today, guys. So we'll be covering it all through the patch notes and everything like that with you today. So guys, like I was saying, the Ark Homestead update is here. Now you can currently see that the structures you were going to be able to build with this new system that they've implemented into the game is going to be awesome. Look at this Asian inspired building you've got behind us here. There's this sort of greenhouse going on that looks kind of like a mansion, and it's got like a observatory, I'm gonna say. I'm supposing that's a spyglass up here. You've got your greenhouse, you've got a whole heap of foliage down the bottom here. It's looking awesome. So I'm really looking forward to getting into it and testing it all out. We have previously played around with the S Plus structures on the PC and in a couple of our videos before, but now we can finally do it across all of them. So guys, today we'll be going over the patch notes, just briefly covering it all for you, summarizing it so you guys don't have to sit here and read through it all. So you can currently see here, if you can dream it, you can build it. Homestead includes the major elements of Structures Plus, a player-created sponsored mod by Orino Sun. S Plus has maintained a large following of users over an extended period of time, and its move to console has long been requested. Heck yeah, it has. We have been waiting a very long time for it on console. One of the coolest things about it is the double doors, as you can obviously see from this image. Now, some of the new building features that are included in Homestead include dedicated bulk storage, triangle foundations, which you can currently see here. They look pretty good. Like, you can build a little like watchtowers almost with them if you use pretty much straight up triangle foundations and the walls, and then the triangle ceilings. You can actually build little watchtower outpost things for them, which you can then obviously stick into stone, which we've got here, or you can use metal and use it as like a turret tower. Now obviously it's probably not going to see much use in PvP, but for PvE I definitely see it being a really cool aesthetic sort of thing going on. So as well as that, they've also included the 4 high walls, which you guys saw in that little clip. Fence supports for level walls as well, which is a really good little function there. Flexible pipes and electrical cables, and oh my god, I cannot wait to try this out. Flexible pipes means we're not going to have to worry about constantly trying to set everything up perfectly, so that we don't have to bloody try and make sure that it all goes into the water properly. Now, as well as that, they've got the double doors, which you guys can see here. It's the double doors with the double door frame. You can see the glass one there and there. That's all new as well as swappable variants for ramps and stairs. So as you guys can see here, you can actually swap between ramps and stairs. So like you've got stone ramps, wood ramps and stuff like that. You can actually swap them into stairs, which is a really cool, unique function, and it makes it look so much nicer when they're stairs. As well as visual variants for existing structures. So this includes some stone foundations, stone ceilings and stuff like that. You can see here that they've really gone all out in these builds. Now these are all player builds as well, I might add. So this is possible for all you guys to build as well. And you can see here that it looks absolutely epic. Like, look at some of these designs. It's really cool. Now, alongside of the S Plus patch, they've also included the whole kibble system rework. Now, this is a really big change, and it's going to take a little bit getting used to, as there are only 6 kibbles now. So before there were over like 50 different kibbles, and it would work in like a tree sort of system where you tame one dino and it would allow you to kibble tame the next one. It didn't really make much sense because, well, some of the dinos you would tame, they just didn't make sense in terms of progression. So yeah, so they've changed it drastically, and they've changed it to 6 kibbles now. You can see here, basic, simple, regular, superior, exceptional, and extraordinary kibbles. Now, each of these will have different recipes, and they will require different eggs, and you'll see shortly what we're talking about. Now guys, by the time of this video, the update should be live, and it should be all downloading on your PC, Xbox One, or PS4. So guys, definitely jump in, check it out. It's a much needed, refreshing little update that the devs have finally decided to put out for us, giving us a little bit of a bone here, and it's just absolutely great. Now, as well as that, there's also a few other changes that they've gone about doing and adding in the Homestead. So before previously, you couldn't actually pick these structures up. If you guys remember, a few patches ago, they did implement a pickup structure sort of thing 30 seconds after placing it. Well, there were some items and structures that you couldn't actually pick up. They've changed that now, so you can see here they've enabled pickup of the following structures: elevator platforms, tracks, the generator, the grill, the industrial forge, which hallelujah, because if you misplace that sucker, you would still have to demolish it. You wouldn't have the ability to pick it up, which thank God now they've implemented, because it was such an expensive structure. As well as that, the industrial grinder, which is the exact same reasoning behind the forge. It just costs so much to make, and if you misplaced it by accidentally clicking or someone bumping you or something like that, it would screw up the whole aesthetics of your base, and you'd have to demolish it and start again, and only get half back. Now they've implemented that you can pick it up before 30 seconds, as well as the chem bench, fabricator, tech generator, tech replicator, and tech transmitter, which is absolutely amazing. All these you had to demolish to get back. Now you can pick them up in that 30-second interval. Now they've disabled the pickup of beehives, which I kind of get because, you know, beehives are sort of like a tame kind of thing, so it makes sense that you wouldn't be able to pick them back up. Now, as well as that, they've also changed the default pickup speed. So before, if you would go to pick up an item, it would take 1 second. They've actually downed it to half a second, which makes things a lot easier because it just saves you having to... Because if you're going to pick it up, you're going to commit to it. You know you want to pick it up, so you don't need to wait long for it. Now, as well as that, they've added smooth sidewall variants to the stock square foundations, as well as adobe, metal, stone, tech, thatch, and wood. And you can see here all the extra structures they've added: triangle foundations, triangle ceilings, triangle roofs, large 4-high walls in adobe, metal, stone, tech, and wood, flexible pipes for stone and metal, flexible electrical cables, stairs, double door frames, double doors, tech dedicated storage, which is really cool. So tech storage pretty much allows you to store a huge amount of a single resources, which is great for like metal, wood, thatch. You don't have to build huge vaults for it. They're like mini boxes, I'm pretty sure. So as well as fence supports, which allow you to build fences that are level along the top. And these come in adobe, metal, stone, tech, and wood. Now guys, the kibble rework. So they've actually categorized it. So creatures prefer their category of kibble or above. So you can see here there's a whole list of dinos and their eggs that they produce. So you can see here, this is the categorized kibble. So this isn't actually the kibble that they'll eat. So these are the eggs that they will produce for their kibble levels. So you can see here, it's all in alphabetical order. Allosauruses produce superior, Ankies produce regular, Archaeopteryxes produce simple. It all goes on like their size and their like taming difficulty. So Baryonyx is a regular, and then you've got the big boys, the Basilisk producing exceptional, Brontos producing exceptional. Dillos produce basic kibble, which makes sense. Dodos will produce basic kibble. The feather flights or the glow creatures will produce basic kibble. And then you've got the bigger carnivores, such as the Gigas, producing exceptional. Now, Hesperornis is, I think, the only one that produces extraordinary. Nope, I stand mistaken. So the wyvern eggs are also extraordinary. So you've got wyvern eggs and you've got the rock drake eggs. They are the 3 only extraordinary eggs you can get. So pretty much if you want to make extraordinary kibble, you're going to have to collect wyvern eggs and rock drake eggs. Or you can just try and find Hesperornis eggs, which are the golden ones. Good luck with those, because I think I've seen like 1 Hesperornis in the wild since they've came out. But then you've got like your Rexes, and they all produce the exceptional kibble. So it kind of makes sense where they're going. You know, Spinos produce, superior kibble. I was not expecting that. I was expecting them to be able to produce exceptional along with the Rex. Quetzal's exceptional. So yeah, you guys can just go through all of this. I'll leave a little image of it up, a freeze frame for you guys. But yeah, if you want extraordinary kibble, wyverns are the ones to get it off. And rock drakes and the Hesperornises, which, in my opinion, it makes sense. You know, you want the highest level kibble, you got to try and get it off the highest level eggs. They're probably the hardest eggs to obtain, so I see their point. Now, this preferred section is the actual kibble that the dinosaurs prefer. So this is like their kibble that you want to use on them. So you can use their level of kibble, or you can use above. So for example, you can see here the Allosauruses want superior kibble. You can use superior kibble, you can use extraordinary kibble, or you can use exceptional kibble. They all have the same effect on the Allosaurus. So if you have it, you definitely want to use the superior and not like the higher level stuff, if that makes sense. So it goes for the same for the anglerfish, the Anki. You guys can see it all here. Simple kibble, regular kibble. So anything their kibble and above, they'll take it. However, it will have the same taming effectiveness, so do take that into note. There's no point in using a higher level kibble on something that takes simple kibble when it'll have the same effect. Now, they've also fixed a couple of other things, just general updates as well. So you can see here, fixed exploit related to water well, fixed exploit related to Titan downloads, to Velenosaurs, to platform saddles. They fixed a crash related to shoulder pets and to taxidermy. Now the Managma has also received another huge nerf. They've just nerfed this guy straight into the ground once they realized how OP he was. So pretty much the first couple of ones you don't really need to worry about. Now this is the big one. When Managma freezes a dino with a rider, the rider will no longer be dismounted but rather frozen for 1 second, which to me seems like an unnecessary nerf. It's just making Managmas no longer viable for anything really. You can see here as well, player frozen either standing, crouching or prone can no longer change that state. Duration of frozen for player characters is now a function of health and armor rating. So if you're not wearing any armor or if you don't have much health, you'll pretty much stay frozen for longer. That's pretty much what's that getting at. Now, duration of frozen for player characters is significantly reduced overall. They've then reduced the amount you're frozen by as well, which is really crappy. Reduced Managma ice breath damage by another 25%, which is another really big one. So they've kind of just nerfed him straight into the ground. Now, as well as that, the environments, fixed buildable space outside of bounds. They've moved the Desert Titan player spawn point to an area inside the structure prevention zone, so you can no longer place structures where you spawn. As well as that, the Kairuku's base infinity is increased. Ice Wyverns now actually have a picture for when you tame them. So if you guys didn't realize, Ice Wyverns didn't have any picture, like their little icon that popped up when you look at them, which is, it's okay. I mean, it's not a big thing, but it's something that should have been fixed a while ago. They've reduced the Mosasaurus speed per level by up to 50%. They've reduced the Manta speed by 75%. Gas bags now mature at the rate of woolly rhinos because they've got similar utility capabilities. Gigas now require an extra 55% damage to enrage, which is kind of a good thing, I guess. And yeah, mind wipe characters can be respec'd once every 24 hours. So guys, there's a lot of changes. There's a lot of stuff going on. But this is, I think, for the best, aside from the Managma kind of thing. I'm not really too happy with the Managma. I think the Kibble Rework is great. I think that's going to be so much easier now, as well as the S+ structures. So guys, jump into Ark. Give these structures a go. Give the game another chance if you have already. It's a good update. The devs should clap themselves on the back for implementing this finally into the game. But yeah, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. Hopefully you enjoyed the little update video. Let me know if you guys want to see more of these. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more down below. But other than that, I will catch you in the next one. I got this soda.